What's up, everyone? Today's video, I'm going to model how to do a book talk. So, recently I read this book called Tweet Cute, and I want to tell you about it. This is not my book talk yet, so just stay tuned. But I'm going to model a book talk, and look for captions at the bottom of the screen, which will tell you the different parts of the book talk, which you will also need to include in your own book talk. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and begin. Get ready. Imagine you are having a fight with the same person in 3 different areas of your life. The catch is you don't know it's the same person. Recently, I read the book called Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, and this is basically the premise in a nutshell. The 2 characters in the book are Pepper and Jack, and they go to a very prestigious private school in New York. They've known each other for a long time, kind of have been going to school forever. Pepper is snarky and she's sassy and she's super smart. She's a hard worker, she's extremely obedient, probably too obedient though, because it's her mom who gets her involved in a Twitter war with a nearby family business when she tweets from their family's account called Big League Burger. Jack, on the other hand, he's witty, he can keep up with Pepper in that same way, and while he has his own merits, like for example, he created an app, he seems to be living in the shadow of his twin brother. And in an attempt to kind of prove himself and prove himself to his family as well, he actually takes control of his family restaurant's Twitter account called Girl Cheesing, and he tweets back at Big League Burger, kind of igniting this Twitter war. So the catch is that both Pepper and Jack don't know they're tweeting at each other. They think that it's somebody else. And to make things even more complicated, the app that Jack created is called Weasel. It's essentially for people at his school. It's causing a lot of stir. Like, the principal is not a fan of it, and on this app people can kind of chat and post and connect about just people from their school, but they don't know who is who. They all have aliases, so they are given a username at the beginning. Okay. Pepper on this app has been talking to somebody named Wolf, while Jack has been talking to Pepper's been talking to somebody named Wolf under the username Bluebird, so they kind of have that alias, and she's anxious to find out who this is, that real person is that she connects with, but she's kind of anxious to know, are they actually going to like me once they find out who I am? And then similarly, Jack has been talking to Bluebird as Wolf, and he created the app, so he made it so that they couldn't find out who each other is. And so they kind of spend the book uncovering all these different scenarios in which they're kind of like talking to each other and having conflict with. So for those of you who are confused, Pepper and Jack know each other in real life, but they're talking on 2 other different platforms under different identities. And it's confusing, but you can only imagine what it's like for them. So the theme of this book has a lot to do with acceptance of yourself. So throughout the book, the characters go through a great deal of like anxiety, wondering if the other person that they're talking to, whether they know it or not, will still like them even when they know who they are. And so they kind of live in the shadow of their family's expectations of them, which can be quite heavy. And so eventually the characters learn to kind of accept themselves as they are, and their own personal strengths. I would actually recommend this book to really anyone. While it does have a kind of a love story in it, it's not super overwhelming or cheesy or anything like that. The bigger part of the plot is actually the back and forth kind of identity type thing, and seeing them like kind of fight it out on different things and wondering, will they ever find out who is who? And so read to find out if they do. So that's my book talk. If you're just here for the book talk, I hope that you found a wonderful new book to read. I will link the author's Twitter actually in the description. She's really awesome, and she's coming out with a new book soon, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, get outside, read a book, and be nice to each other.